All right. Welcome back to the Fall Talk Podcast.
Yo.
You know, it's Marley, and we're here with my boy Nino. You know. And we got a actor here, upcoming. He's been doing it since 2022. All right. He's been nominated 6 times for Actor of the Year.
8 times.
8 now? Oh,
Get it right. Get it right.
Get it right.
Yeah, 8 times.
Yeah, all right.
Won 3 times out of my life. We trying to bring number 4 home in April.
Well, let's do it.
You heard it from the best. Curtsin and Jules here, my people. You know what I mean? So let's start at the beginning. What made you get into acting? What inspired you to start doing that?
Well, I was working at Walmart, and you know the clearance sales when they had on flat screen TVs on the sidewall. So I happened to see Kevin Hart on the TV, and I was like, how much these actors be making? Because I know they just not on TV just to be making short money.
Right.
They do it for a living, so they making some type of good money.
Facts.
And so I could never figure it out. And so the next day, this guy walked up to me, and he came out of a Bentley. And it caught me off guard to see it at Walmart.
Yeah.
So he said, hey, what you do here? I said, I do AP here. He said, have you thought about being in a movie? I was like, yeah. I was like, I guess God was hearing me that day.
How long ago that happened?
That was November 2022.
Okay.
Yeah,
And you said the next day?
It was the next day.
That's
I couldn't make it up.
crazy.
It was the next day after I said the day before I wanted to be an actor in a movie. And he said, you know what? I want to put you in my new movie called Cold as World. And I was like, what's that about? He said, it's just about these street life dudes. I was like, okay, whatever. So I want to be in it. Just know I want to be in it. He said, well, let me get your email number, and I'll text you the script and all the other good stuff. He said, I got Webby in my movie. I got Rick Ross. Now, notice, as me coming in as a first-timer, I'm thinking he lying.
Yeah,
Like, you got Rick Ross and Webby?
Right.
Man, you lying. Stop playing with me, man. When I tell you my first day on set, I met Webby. I said, wow, he wasn't lying. I said, okay.
Right.
And the first role he gave me off the rip was a supporting role as a gangster.
Oh.
I was like, now I'm lost because now you having me remember lines and you want me portrayed as a gangster. I don't know how to do this because this is my first time doing this with no experience. So my memory, I thought it wasn't going to be as good besides high school. I wasn't a good test taker. My memory wasn't good then. So I was like, you know what? How am I supposed to remember something like this if I can't remember high school work? But it kind of changed because I got that script when he sent it to me. I remember every last word within 5 to 10 minutes. So I was like, oh, wow. I know something about to happen now.
So how long after, like he got your number and stuff, the next part transition? Like him sending you the script and stuff like that.
How long did it take him to send the script after you got your number?
It took him a day. Just a day.
That was fast. The Lord was acting fast.
Real fast.
It took him a day. And then I actually met the cast and I met the crew and stuff like that. And I actually got to sit out one time just to look and observe how the production went. It went pretty smoothly too. It was my turn to get in, trying to act like a gangster. It didn't go well.
And all of this is like with no acting experience at all or whatever.
Straight out of Walmart. Straight out of Walmart. Yeah. That was just like how they say straight out of Compton. I was straight out of Walmart.
That's crazy.
No, nothing. And then I met this dude, Elijah Lamar. He changed the game for me. And I'm always tell people Elijah Lamar because he was the first person that taught me the do's and the don'ts and where to start at. He was like, you got to stay in the acting classes and continue to do background so you can feel the production. You can know how long you supposed to stay on set. So when I did my first background, it was Tyler Perry. Which is crazy.
My bad, but for the people who don't know, what he meant by F.A.L.L production.
So, F.A.L.L production, like you just got to know the feeling how the long hours are because most people think being on the production is like a 9 to 5 job.
So like orientation or something like
yes.
that. Yeah,
It's not that. You have to be able to understand if you want this as a career, you got to understand the long hours it takes. Whether you got a significant other or who else, they got to understand that too. Because I put my career before I put any woman. I'm gonna be realistic, and I tell a bunch of people that I say, anytime you want to pursue something and you want to make it as a living, you got to put something on the back burner, and that person is stopping you from creating what you trying to make. That got to go. You gotta go ahead and get that out your way. And so that's why I end up did what Elijah Lamar said. He said start a background and stay in the acting classes. And that's why Tyler Perry was my first background, was Route 187. That was my first background. And after that, I just started doing more background with him, more background. And I stopped at March of 2023. That was my last month of doing background, and I ended up getting a supporting role in one movie for my first official role. And then people say, "Yeah, you did good with that one." Still no acting classes. Get that? Still no acting classes yet. I was getting ready thinking about taking it, but I ain't had the funds yet to do it. So I said, you know what? I'm gonna do what I can while I can right now. So after I did that first role, I ended up getting a second role as a supporting role. I said, do I need acting classes now?
You need acting classes
At this point, I said, I'm going to still take it anyway because Elijah told me to do it because he been in the game longer than me, so he know best. So when I took my first acting class, it was with Man Robinson, then it was with Ellis Acting Studios, and then it was with Lucky Johnson Studios. So after I got those three done in 2023, I just start doing more acting roles, and I got supporting roles. Then I got my first billboard in 2023, and then I end up getting recognized in 5 magazines in 2023. And then after I got those magazines,
Okay. Oh, not because it's been a lot since
Yeah.
when? What was the year you
2022 November.
That's crazy, and all of that happening in 4 years is
That's
crazy.
Fast, from 1 week on up to the 2026.
So I want to ask you. So like, far as the movie, far as your first movie, you did or whatever. How was it? Like, far as how you had the confidence to even go into it and act out, or did you act before you? Like how that went, how that timeline went, or whatever.
well, me trying to portray that role as a gangster, it was kind of difficult. It was very difficult. I told him, I said, I can't portray something that I'm not, and it was very hard. He said, you're not that character. You got to be that character,
Right.
and that's the thing. I wasn't that character. I had to be it, and that's what Elijah was saying. He said, just because you ain't never done this in real life, pretend like you did this in real life. That's all acting is pretending, making it real, making it come to life.
Right.
And so I tried it, and it just wasn't successful, and that's why I end up with a background role on that movie.
I got you.
Yeah, background. I ain't gonna lie to that.
So if you go ahead, bro, go ahead.
I was in the background. You do been there a long time, man. Hey, I was in there for like 12 hours one time.
Yes.
Well, explain that for the people who don't know. Say, look, it's gonna be a lot of explain that for people who don't know, because I don't know.
Because you don't know.
So what is background acting exactly?
So background acting is basically an extra use of. They already got their characters who they want, and say like it's a jail scene. Say somebody going to jail, the correction officer doing something in the jail scene. They need people to fill in the movement in the background to make it real. Because if there is no movement in the background, they just make it like it's just a boring scene.
So you're not the star, or you're not like what they would say like a co-star or something like that. You're not you're in the actual background.
You ever seen a TV show and you see people just walking around in the back?
Yeah,
that's
okay.
He said that's you. That's you.
Yeah, because that would be me. All right, bet. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's fun doing background, and why I say it was fun, and I want people to take use of that instead of just having conversations on the side, because a lot of people utilize their time on background for 12 to 13 hours just conversating about nonsense. I say you need to figure out who the PA is.
Right.
You need to figure out who the
Right.
AD is, because once you figure those people out, you can level up from background to end up working there. Now you end up working there, you can end up being on set as an actor or an actress. How you think Crystal Renee did? She started as a wardrobe stylist. Now look, she got Zatima as hers. Now she got Tyler Perry's sisters.
You dropping gems now.
You know what, bro? I'm not even gonna lie. That is the first thing Brittany told me, because I was just asking, cause I didn't know nothing about acting. I just went because they said they needed people. I just literally showed up, didn't know what I was doing, and she was just like, if you want to roll or if you want to speak, find out who these people are, ask them questions, figure out what you can do, what you can help with, and you just go from there. And that's kind of, been the thing. But
And speaking of that, that's how one of Beyonce's security guards added me onto their roster. Cause they told me the gems on how to. I'm not gonna express it to everybody, cause they ain't everybody's information to know. Cause he told it to me.
Yeah.
But he just told me, "Hey, this is the website. You pay for the training. They'll get you automatically started.
Quick, just like that.
Just like that."
Ew. Yeah. Well.
Okay. So fast forward. I just got a question. So you did do the role in your first movie? You did do it?
I didn't do the gangster role. I
Okay.
did a background role
You
in
did
a
the
funeral
background
scene
role.
where Webby's girlfriend passed away.
Okay, I got you. And you took off from when?
Took off from there.
Yeah.
How did you get in pole dance?
Pole dancer, that's my movie that I created.
You created that.
Yes.
How did that come about?
Now everybody always think when they hear pole dance, they think, oh, it's gonna be a lot of women dancing on poles.
That's
No.
what I thought, by the way.
No. That ain't what it's about. I just threw a title in just to fit it character, because there's a pole dancing scene in there, but that's not what the total movie is about. I just threw a title just to see how it brings out the movie, and apparently people want to see it. Like,
especially when you say pole dancing.
That's kind of like,
it clicked to me.
What's going on in this?
Yeah, that's an attraction right there.
So basically, it's about 3 HBCU students go to Clark, Atlanta.
Okay.
And 2 of them are pole dancers. 1 of them is not. She's trying to make her way through life, trying to pay her bills. And so she thinks college is a distraction. So she drops out of college to go live with her boyfriend to get a 9 to 5 job to pay her bills. Not only that she got to pay, but now you got to pay back the student loans that you just dropped out of college with. So where her living with her boyfriend, it wasn't success, because he wanted to help her, which he did, but the interviews that she got, she never was picked for the selection because her resume was not up to par. She was calling out too much. She didn't stay on the job too long, so they didn't want her. So the girls was peer pressure, which is her best friends, that the ones that's already pole dancing. They was peer pressuring her, talking about, you need to come join the club, because this is the club where we make money. And you gonna pay your bills. Like, do you see how much money we breaking home? I pay my bills good, and I don't need no man.
Already.
Right.
Yep. And so basically, not only she was peer pressure, she was like, no, I don't want to do this. This is not my cup of tea. I feel like I just want to get the legit way. So later on down the line, where she feels that she still ain't successful, the girls was aggravating her. She's like, you know what? This is it. This last time I ask you, do you want to join? If you do, I can talk to my boss, and you won't believe who the boss is. It's me.
I'm about to say, don't drop it yet. You're going to have to cut that out. You're going to have to cut that out.
Yeah. I can just tell the character name. That's me. I'm saying I'm but I ain't gonna tell you what's all going on, because that's gonna be a lot later on when you see the movie, when you come to the movie premiere.
I got you.
But yeah, that's mainly what the movie about. So a lot of people want to see it, and that was my first. No, that wasn't my first movie that I created. That would probably be my 3rd movie that I created, because the first movie I created was Caught Up. Then the next movie I created was Queen Gangster. So I got 20 movies and 8 unwritten.
Okay, yeah. So with these,
Crazy work.
so over time, how did you come about My Killer Ex-Girlfriend?
Uh, Basically, I really didn't get to audition for that movie. I was really late in the game. I just happened to saw the post about it, and Jonathan was like, "Hey, I got you your contract. I got the script. Just come out, boom, and do the scene."
Yeah, all right. So with these, you said
Sound
you,
like you got a lot of connects.
yeah, you know a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
We know some mutual people, but I'm like, gee,
Okay.
you know, like, but with these, you said you got 4 out of 8. I know 2 of them probably came recently, right?
Yes.
Within like the last year or so.
Mm-hmm.
Is the feeling the same every time you win?
Yes, and what makes it even better, I have this one person that really don't like me.
Mm-hmm.
And he tells me that I would never be anything. And every time that he says that, I end up having another role. Every time he say that, I said I might like you after all because you tell me something that nobody wants to hear but me. Because clearly, every time you tell me this, I end up getting a role after a
Right.
role
Yeah,
after
so
a role every time. So
Keep telling it to me.
right.
yeah,
Keep
and then
telling it
keep
to me.
telling it to
Well,
me. I like it. And one thing is, what when he said it one last time, it really brought me to a role that I got for BT Plus. And I was so happy when he told me that he never think I would be anything. That's when I had got that role for BT Plus.
That's what haters do.
they put that
Haters.
fire on you, boy. They
There
gonna,
you go.
hey, they gonna put that fire behind you, give you some motivation.
Yep. Every
Mm.
time. That's what's up, bro.
So which role is this in BT Plus?
I can't say because it was an NDA involved in
Mm.
that.
All right, fair enough.
I plead the fifth.
I plead the fifth. That's what he gonna say for the next question.
Oh, he already knew it.
Hit it to him, bro.
Yeah, man. So, when you say you got the billboard, you said your PR helped you get that billboard. And what happened after that?
Yeah, I plead the fifth on that one. I plead the fifth on that one. Yeah.
NDA on that one too.
Yeah, it was more of an NDA. NDA on that one, y'all. NDA.
So, with these agents and PRs, how did you come about getting those people? Like, how did you find them to hire them? Or
Networking events. And that's why I tell a lot of people, I say if you want to be somebody and go somewhere and further your career, networking events is everything. No matter how small it is, how big it is, go to it because never know out of 20 people, only one person in there probably do something bigger than everybody else does and can get you in that door that you've been waiting on.
right? I remember I went to the thing. You remember the thing we was at? I think it was at Vibes or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And it was like my second networking event because the first one I was at the radio station 101.1 or whatever.
That sounds familiar. Yeah.
It's in Douglasville. I think it's in Douglasville. But yeah, I was in there and Tina was just like, "But you gotta give all these people your number. Just go talk to somebody. Just go talk to this person. Talk to this person. They all do something. You never know. Somebody might pop out and say I do this and it's bigger than everybody. Get you on, you know."
Yeah.
And I took that and I ran with it. And I just started like just going, "Hey, bro, what's your number? What you do? Oh, you been doing this? Okay, cool. Give me your number. You know, like that.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of going, you know, so far so on. But anyway, yeah, networking events are great. And they're fun. They like lively. Meet some fun people outside of the working.
Oh yeah, you meet some fun people. That's how I got at least majority of my roles, networking events.
And you will see people more than one time. A lot
Oh,
of times.
because I did before I did more of the acting. I really did music videos and I did those little pop the balloon challenges
Oh, you did a couple of.
before I got more into the acting. Because I said, you know what, I just want to do something for the fun of it because the industry is still slow as it is like it was before, and it was nothing to do. And I didn't have my production then, so I had to find something to do. So that's when I started doing them pop balloon challenges, and I did I was on AMP for I I don't remember the title, but I know I was on AMP for something, and then I just did another AMP video that just came out recently for I don't know if you heard about the Castanet thing.
Oh yeah,
that went on.
Yeah.
The lookalike. That was me.
That
was
was
in there.
me.
Yeah, I waited till it aired before, cause I had to sign an NDA at one point. Wait till it air. So I said I'm gonna wait till it air and then tell them.
Yeah. Oh man. So how long would you plan on making this like a lifetime thing? Building your production company?
Oh yes. People just know about the production company. That's all they know, but they don't know the rest of the investments that's about to be added on to it. Okay. Because I'm gonna tell it anyway because I know I'm gonna do it regardless on what happens. But I'm gonna end up building an entertainment gentlemen's club. I'm gonna be the owner of that, and then next to it, I'm gonna build a 4-1 shop. And that's gonna consist of hairstylists, makeup artists, licensed masseuse, lash tech. So the females can't say, "Oh, I'm late for work," or "I gotta go get my hair done." Get what? You right by the job.
Right by the job. Go on over there, get your hair done, get your lashes done right on over there.
Everything be done right there. So you go next door.
That's dope.
That's dope, man. That's great.
That's dope.
Love to hear it.
Yes, I love it though. I love this industry, especially when you do your own things. Cause a lot of the industry people now are, like I said, slow. They haven't been doing too much. It's more of the independent world. Nowadays, you need agents and managers to get on the big type of shows, and they hard to even reach forward to.
Yeah, I was gonna ask that. Like that has to be like a whole thing. I've been seeing a lot of independent films and stuff like that. People do say you need agents and them kind of people, managers and all that, so forth, so on.
Well, that's where the groundwork come in at, right? Like you was doing, like you was saying, like pop the balloon and like all those other things you was doing to get your name out. Like it's not always social media for marketing. Yeah. Sometimes it's yourself for marketing. Sometimes you gotta go out and actually be around these people instead of always.
Yeah, I did that. I did that pop balloon challenge. Just to have some fun with it. And I don't know if you know Anthony Dalton on Country Wayne.
Oh yeah,
that is big, bro. He I did a movie with him when I first started too. It was I don't remember the movie, but I think it was a Christmas movie or something like that. That's where I met him at first. And then when he saw that pop balloon challenge, he said, "Bro, you got a choice. You want to be viral for 24 hours or you want to be viral for a lifetime." He said, "We don't want you going out spreading your image when you trying to be a serious actor, trying to do this foolishness." He said, "I want you to take your career seriously, and if you want agents to take you seriously, stay away from those pop balloons. Those are for content creators. Those are people that's not really serious about their acting." And I said, "Oh."
It's crazy.
They hit me hard.
He put a label on it. He put a label on content creators, they self. Yeah. And then he put a label on what you would say actors.
Yes.
Okay. So it is a big difference. It's a big difference. It's just a small gap.
It's a big difference. Now what Country Wayne does, I like his content creation because they're not like other people's content creation. There are real actors that got serious agents that does those skits with him. Whether they kids or whether they adults or teenagers or whatever, they got agents. And I'm sure they agents already know what they be doing, but see, the way how he does his skits is to develop character.
Right.
It develops a wide range of emotions. So when different people want to put you in movies, hey, she did a good job of crying on cue. He did a good job of being angry. So now they got somewhere to choose from instead of just Tubi actors. Not saying Tubi actors is bad, but a lot of people choose their actors from Tubi, which is good because that's what Tyler Perry chose his people from.
A lot of them came to Tubi, actually.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that's why I just feel like if you want to be a serious actor, please stay away from the pop balloon.
Well, I ain't been on one, so
yeah.
Do you think with agents and managers, do you think there's gatekeeping going on? I want to say
Agents
bad
and
gatekeeping. I ain't gonna say good gatekeeping.
agents and managers. I feel like it's a reason why the agents and managers gatekeep, especially they got connections with the casting directors to those big TV shows and those big movies and stuff that because it's a lot of people that won't say for instance Tyler Perry is the most common one that they use. Most people want to work with him, but a lot of people can't be professional. And so agents and managers want people that's gonna be serious. That's why before they even say I'm gonna send you a contract, I want to know what your reel look like. I want to know what your resume look like. I want to know if you can get this audition back in the 24-hour frame. If you gotta wait 72 hours or more to get this back to me, why we need you?
Well, right.
Yeah, they want theirs ASAP because they got 100 other people to worry about, not just you. So you need to go ahead and get that stuff done because them cast directors ain't gonna be waiting on you to say, "Hey, I was dealing with my baby."
Nah,
They don't want
they
that.
ain't having that. Oh no.
They ain't having that. They say, "All right, you deal with your baby for 24 hours, 365 days, like you continue to do it, because we gonna find somebody else that ain't dealing with their
I know
baby."
that's right.
Yeah, get in your spot, buddy.
Yep. And then they gonna make sure we not gonna get you now. We don't want you for no other project.
Yeah, they gonna. Dang, they blackball you like that?
They agents and managers are very uptight and serious because they want professionals. That's like the number one thing they're looking for. Because if you can't take this as serious, because we get paid off for you. So whatever that project is paying you, we get a percentage of that. And if you can't even manage to even get the audition into us on time, how you expect to show up on set on time?
Right.
So they ain't finna deal with that. That's why I don't want to hear about people when they come to my production about 9 to 5 jobs and all that. I got a 9 to 5 job. Guess what? I'm still making it to they set every day. I'm still getting off of work and still creating my own
Big
set
facts,
every
big
day.
facts.
And people talking about something, oh, I'm tired. I just got off of work. All right. Guess what? We not gonna use you ever in your life.
Yeah, no, you ain't might never tell me, oh, you just got out of work. All right, cool. I ain't gonna say no name. Somebody did me like that. Oh, bro, I ain't gonna be able to make it. It ain't the people you thinking of. Trust me, it ain't the people you thinking of, bro. Nah, I ain't gonna do them like that. Nah, yeah, some people be like, nah, I ain't gonna make it. I just gotta work. I gotta do this. I gotta do that. I just like, all right, cool, bro. Like, you know what I mean? Cause I just be feeling like if I can get out of work, cause I do have a 9 to 5.
I'm serious,
You know what I mean?
especially when you paying these people to be here,
Right.
and you being late. Cause like we ain't gonna spread no names, but we didn't have people in the past that I was willing to pay for a lead role. Unlike most of the independent films, they pay them maybe like 200 flat, maybe 300 flat.
Like 250.
Yeah, 250 flat. Guess what? I'm paying 500 flat because I like my people to be valued for who they are and what they were, not because I just want you in here. I want to see you win. So anybody that come over here, you gonna be a winner.
Right.
I like that, bro.
Thanks.
I like that, bro. I like that.
Yeah,
I
man.
like that. I like that. Go ahead, drop your name, contact info, social medias, or whatever you got, bro. Drop it in. Drop it in, bro.
All right, my Instagram name is Curtsin Andrews, spelled CURSTINANDREWS. Facebook, same thing, Curtsin Andrews. If you want to follow me on TikTok, same thing.
His name don't change. It is not Curtis, y'all. Don't do what I did, cause I spelled his name so wrong.
How you spelled it, bro?
Why I put CURTIS?
But you know what's crazy?
That's
My
common,
college
though.
friends
That's
call
common.
me that though.
Really?
And I accept it too. My college friends called me that when I went to college in 2018. And they always call me Curtis because sometimes they can't pronounce my name right. I said, just call me Curtis and I'll be fine.
All right. One last thing before you go, brother. Give a piece of advice to people who's upcoming and trying to get into acting.
Stay in the classes and make sure don't be a follower, be a leader. Make sure you know the facts on your own turn. Do your own research because people can tell you anything. And that's what I have learned in my time. People will tell you, oh, you ain't got to do this. You ain't got to do that. But guess what? Soon you get there, you had to do it. You looking stupid because you looking at the person that didn't know what they talking about. So make sure you stay in the acting classes. Make sure you visit a background role first. Don't just jump into a supporting role because most people ain't gonna know the long hours. Cause sometimes you ain't gonna always get that day scene. You ain't gonna always get them 2 day scenes. Sometimes you gonna end up getting a lead role where you got to spend 10 days on set. May last up 13, 14 hours. That's why I say background would be your best friend to start out with and stay in those acting classes.
All right, y'all heard it from my man Curtsin and Jules here, and it's your boy Marley and my boy Nino. You know. And we out.